Migrants for the King. Good morning, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching. It appears that the Reform UK candidate for the Makerfield by-election is quite based. I'm here for it. I'm really happy about it, and anybody who's on the right of centre should be happy about it too. We've had a few hit pieces or attempted hit pieces by the BBC and the Metro trying to slander or libel this poor guy, and it's having the opposite effect. In fact, if I was in Makerfield, I would genuinely be in a bit of a quandary because there's two really good candidates. You've got the lady from Restore Britain, who I'm backing, but then you've got this guy from Reform UK as well. I'm going to bring up the first headline from BBC. Allegations about Reform candidates' past posts are troubling, Labour says. Not at all, and we're going to go through a few of them in this particular video. This is great news, and if this is the calibre of candidate that Reform UK is going to be putting forward, I'm happy about it, and hopefully it can help shape Reform UK policy if they ever got into government, and if not, we've got Restore Britain. It's always good to have a backup, it's always good to have multiple options, and I'm backing the most extreme version of the option, which is Restore Britain. So, pick your poison, everybody's a winner, baby, and let's just have a look at this, okay? The allegations, the first allegation is the Reform candidate posted about Asian men assaulting white people en masse and an invasion of foreign criminals. Well, where's the lie? Where's the lie in that? We know that the perpetrators of the predominantly Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs were targeting white people because they were white boys and white girls. It's been happening for a long time, since the 1960s, and it's still happening now. Where's the lie? How is this problematic? This numpty, this journalist, I use sarcastic quote marks there, Luke Alsford from the Metro, is saying that this is problematic, this is an issue for calling a spade a spade. Words to the wise, alright? The reason why the Metro is free is because a lot of commuters actually go to work and they pick up a free copy of the Metro. It is a left-leaning rag and it's free, so the legacy media, legacy papers and the legacy pundits can get their spin, their propaganda out to the masses for free. Never forget that. Never read the Metro. But yeah, where's the lie in the first part of this hit piece, shall we say? Where's the lie?
Voila. What's that American expression? If the shoe fits, you must wear it.
All of this is accurate. Then we go on, we're going to bring up the second part now. Keenan also said the far right doesn't exist and demanded King Charles open up his palaces to house asylum seekers after the monarch called for unity after the Southport riots. I had quite a lot to say about the king when he did that as well. Again, where's the lie? Reformers refused to investigate their candidate and said they are proud to have him representing the party. As they should be. And if he ever got booted out of Reform UK, I'm sure we'd be very much welcome and Restore Britain. This is the type of guy that we need in elected office. This is exactly the type of guy that people like me would vote for. This is a good thing. This is not a hit piece. This is propaganda for Reform UK. It's going to have the opposite effect. Alright? When he says migrants, unvetted, undocumented, fighting age men are coming across the channel en masse and are pillaging and attacking the indigenous population and abusing our good nature. Where is the lie in any of that? All of that is observably true. Okay, it's factually accurate. Alright? None of this is beyond the pale in my view. Everybody should be speaking like this every day, 24/7. And then the second part, which I'm going to bring up again, he also says that King Charles opened up his palaces to house asylum seekers after the monarch called for unity during the Southport riots. Again, I agree with the principle with this. Now, many people may not know this story, but I'm going to bring it up. During World War II, the King and Queen refused to leave Buckingham Palace, even when Buckingham Palace itself was bombed. And Queen Elizabeth, who later became the Queen Mother, turned around and said she did this because she wanted to be able to look the East End in the face. They suffered like the rest of us. If government policy, his government policy, is to flood us with infinity migrants, then everybody in the country should be bearing the consequences of this, at the moment, homicidal empathy. I never use the phrase suicidal empathy. I never use that phrase because usually the people who are enacting the policies do not bear the consequences of their actions. This would flip the script. I remember about a year or so ago, Rupert Lowe had an interview with Emily Maitlis, and she turned around and said that he was basically a big racist for bringing up the grooming gangs and not targeting all people that are attacked in that way in the UK, and focusing on the imported diaspora from Pakistan and other South Asian countries. I don't care, he doesn't care, but he brought up the pertinent point that these people do not have these dinghy divers, these so-called refugees, in their SW1 addresses. They do not bear the consequences of their policy. It's the plebs, the numpties, the working class that bear the consequences of these actions. This is the issue. They think by putting these hit pieces out, or what they think are hit pieces out in the media, against Restore Britain, against good, decent, honest people, grassroots in Reform UK, they think this is going to turn people off. It's going to have the opposite effect. It's going to switch more people on and get people really politically excited that have not been politically excited in a lifetime. This is great news. This is great coverage for both Reform UK and Restore Britain. This is exactly the type of person we need. Now, obviously, your mileage may vary. Do you think I'm overstating it that all of these foreign criminals, these dinghy divers, are committing crimes? Do you agree with the candidate for Reform UK in the Makerfield by-election? Do you think he's on point? Does he have anything to apologise for? I personally don't think so. More power to him. If this is the result of Restore Britain and the pressure brought to bear on Reform UK, this is great. Everything's to play for, and I couldn't be happier. Now, if you like this video and you like what you see, give me a subscribe, give me a like, do all that good gravy, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.